So, question can be asked in exam as define circular motion and state its example. Can you define circular motion? We have already studied this in 11th standard. That is in chapter motion in plane. So what is circular motion? Let's see the image. We have that red particle P which moves along blue line, that is circumference of circle, with radius r. So we can say that particle P performing circular motion. Hence, circular motion is defined as motion of particle along circumference of circle is called circular motion. So what is definition for circular motion? So motion of particle along circumference of circle is called circular motion. Now, what are the examples of circular motion? So first example, motion of earth around the sun, motion of moon around the earth, motion of electron around the nucleus in an atom, and motion of tip of hand of clock. Is that clear? For this we studied the definition of circular motion and examples of circular motion. So we move the further point, that is characteristics of circular motion. For this, question can be asked in exam as state characteristics of circular motion. First characteristics is it is an accelerated motion. From figure we observe that direction of velocity vector v of particle changes with respect to time at different positions. Hence, it is an accelerated motion. Is that clear? Okay. So second characteristic is it is a periodic motion. Periodic motion means motion repeats itself after some interval, then it is called periodic motion. From figure, we can observe that particle P repeats its circular path after some interval. Hence, circular motion is called periodic motion. Have you got it? Everyone can remember these two characteristics. That is, it is an accelerated motion because of velocity changes at every position. And it is an periodic motion because particle P repeats its path after some interval. Okay, so let's move to further point, that is kinematics of circular motion. Kinematics of circular motion is very important point because it covers basic terminology of circular motion like radius vector, angular displacement, angular velocity, and angular acceleration. So first we discuss radius vector. Question can be asked in exam as define radius vector and state its unit and dimension. So what is radius vector? Always remember that name itself indicates its definition. So radius vector is related to radius of circle and vector. Let's see the image. In given image, green arrow indicates vector OK bar and blue arrow indicates vector OM bar. Both are drawn from center of circle to position of particle. Hence, radius vector can be defined as a vector dot from center of circle to the position of particle on circumference of circle is called as radius vector. So what is meant by radius vector? A vector drawn from center of circle to the position of particle on circumference of circle is called radius vector. It is a vector quantity, means it required magnitude and direction. Magnitude is represented by length of radius. Hence, its SI unit of radius vector is meter and dimension is L raised to 1, M raised to 0 and T raised to 0, where L refers to length, M refers to mass and T refers to time. Direction is radially outward as shown in figure. Hence, in figure, vector OK bar and vector OM bar represents radius vector as r bar. Radius vector is denoted as r bar. Is that clear? So for this we complete that radius vector definition and its unit and dimension. Okay, so we proceed to further point, that is angular displacement. Can be asked in exam as define angular displacement and state its unit and dimension. Let's see the image. A radius vector r bar traces out some angle delta theta with respect to position of particle from start to end position. That angle delta theta is called angular displacement. Hence, angular displacement is defined as angle trace by radius vector at center of circular path is called angular displacement. So what is the definition of angular displacement? Angle traced by radius vector at center of circular path is called angular displacement. It is denoted by theta. It is also a vector quantity. It requires magnitude as well as direction. As magnitude is angle, so its SI unit is radian and dimension is L raised to 0, M raised to 0 and T raised to 0. Here all dimensions are 0 because radian is supplementary unit and its mathematical form is theta is equal to length of arc divided by radius of circle. So from figure we can write down that length of arc is delta s and radius is r. So what should be the formula for angular displacement? That theta is equal to delta s upon r. Its direction is given by right hand thumb rule. So let's see what is right hand thumb rule. The direction of angular displacement is given by right hand thumb rule. So let's see the image. The red dotted line indicates the axis of rotation which is held in right hand and black dotted circle indicates direction of circular motion of particle which is denoted by curved finger. Then outstretched thumb denotes direction of angular displacement, angular velocity and angular acceleration. Is that clear? So what is right hand thumb rule? It is defined as if axis of revolution is held in a right hand, then curl fingers indicates direction of circular motion and outstretched thumb indicates direction of angular displacement, angular velocity and angular acceleration. Have you got the concept of angular displacement and right hand thumb rule? So let's move to the further point, that is angular velocity. Question can be asked in exam as what is angular velocity and state its unit and dimension. So let's see the image. As we know that angular displacement changes with respect to time. Hence, angular velocity can be defined as rate of change of angular displacement is called as angular velocity. It is denoted as omega, that is small w. It is also a vector quantity. Its SI unit is radian per second and dimension is L raised to 0, M raised to 0 and T raised to minus 1. Direction is given by right hand thumb rule that already we discussed. Mathematical expression of angular velocity is given by definition, that is change in angular displacement divided by change in time. Hence omega is equal to delta theta upon delta t, where delta theta or that can be written down in terms of d theta and delta t can be written down in terms of d theta. So d theta is nothing but what? That is difference in final angular displacement and initial angular displacement. Final angular displacement is denoted by theta f and initial angular displacement is denoted by theta I. And dt means what? It's a time interval, that is final time minus initial time. So omega can be written down in terms of that is theta f minus theta I divided by dt tf minus ti. So SI unit up study, that is radian per second. How it's come? So theta is measured, that is angular displacement is measured in terms of radian and time is measured in terms of second. So there are also different mathematical forms of omega. So let's see further different forms of angular velocity. So for one revolution, change in angular displacement of particle d theta is 2 pi. So from where it comes? So that particle p is starts from that position 1 and it again comes to that of position 1. So how much describe that angle? Which will be equal to 360. 360 means what? It's a 2 pi. And time taken by that of particle, which is nothing but what? T. So by the definition of angular velocity that we already studied, omega is equal to d theta by dt. So d theta value is nothing but it's a 2 pi radian. And what is the time? It is t time. So omega is equal to 2 pi upon t. Also that omega write down in terms of another expression, that is 2 pi n. So where n is nothing but what? That is frequency. So what is frequency? Frequency is defined as number of revolutions per unit time. So what is number of revolutions? Number of revolutions are 1. So that value becomes here 1. Right? Number of revolutions is equal to 1. And time for one revolution, which will be equal to t. So 1 upon t term can be replaced by n value. So here in formula of omega, 2 pi upon t. So 1 upon t term is replaced by value of n. Is that clear? So omega can be write down in terms of, that is d theta by dt, that is as per definition, or for one revolution it is 2 pi by t, or it's a 2 pi n where n is frequency. Is that clear? So further we move to last point of this session, that is angular acceleration. Question can be asked in exam, that is what is angular acceleration and state its unit and dimension. So let's see the figure. So angular acceleration is depends on angular velocity. So particle having angular velocity as omega and that velocity changes with respect to time t. So angular acceleration is defined as the rate of change of angular velocity is called as angular acceleration. So definition of angular acceleration is rate of change of angular velocity is called as angular acceleration. It is denoted by alpha. It is a vector quantity, which means required magnitude as well as direction. Its SI unit is radian per second square. Its dimension is L raised to 0, M raised to 0, T raised to minus 2. And its direction is given by right hand thumb rule. So what should be its mathematical expression? As we studied that definition, alpha, that is alpha is nothing but what? Angular acceleration. So it is rate of change of angular velocity. Rate means what? That is change in time. That is 1 upon time is what its rate, right? And it rate of change in angular velocity. That angular velocity, change in angular velocity denoted by d omega, and time is denoted by dt, right? So change in angular velocity means what? That is difference in final angular velocity, that is omega f, and initial angular velocity omega I. So omega f minus omega I is nothing but it's a difference in angular velocity divided by dt means what? It's a final time minus initial time, that is time interval. So alpha, that is angular acceleration, is write down in terms of d omega by dt as per definition, or can be write down in terms of omega f minus omega I divided by tf minus ti. So in this session we discuss the circular motion and kinematics of circular motion. Have you got all concept that we learned during this session? If you have any queries, you can ask in comment section or on WhatsApp group. For preparing your own notes, take a screenshot of slide of each concept and write it down in your own words. So your notes will be ready. In next part, we will discuss dynamics of circular motion and applications of uniform circular motion. Thank you.